and welcome to another Free.volous webisode. So I was kind of doing my makeup for the video that I'm actually going to record next. And I thought, why shouldn't I record myself doing my makeup, talk to you while doing it, and get two birds in one stone, get another video out and actually address, you know, the current affairs situation that we are doing. For now, I've just used, in case you're wondering, my Purito foundations, which I really enjoy. They take on the texture of what's underneath, and because I wasn't using lots of stuff because it's pretty rainy and dark, so I'm not even using an SPF because I'm indoors. It kind of looks not matte but satin, but if I'm using something really glowy, oh, it will glow. So I really like this foundation. Too bad it comes in a terrible array of colors, but it's been doing its service to me, and I like to use what I already have. So there you go. Regarding the elephant in the room, another war broke because there weren't enough in this world. There weren't enough humanitarian catastrophes, not enough greed and, you know, deep badness in the world. So we needed a bit more, and we're not all tired and kind of deflated from 2 years of pandemic. We needed something to perk us up. This one, in my very, you may call it hypocritical, but in my very selfish point of view, this one is closer to home. It may eventually end up involving my country, my family and my friends, because I also live in Europe, and I'm pretty, because I'm very anxiety driven and ridden, my head goes straight to the worst case scenario. So as you can imagine, my anxiety has been having a huge party with this. But this is not about me, it's just telling you that I feel extra anxious, not only because of the atrocities that are being committed, that have been committed throughout the whole world, because there have been many wars happening at the same time. People aren't just paying attention. But anyway, another one broke, and it's so close to home that I have that extra stress. I actually, in case you're wondering, I threw my neck today when I was patting myself dry out of the shower. So this is 40 for you, 42 in this case, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I'm disturbed, feel powerless, as I think many people feel. Lots of people are suffering, even more people, because as I said, there weren't enough people suffering. So there's not much that we can do except protesting against war and for peace, and maybe donating to the NGOs that are on the fields if we can, and be kind to our neighbours on a daily basis instead of being idiots as we tend to be. So why keep in doing makeup videos and beauty videos? It's such a frivolous thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's pretty frivolous. But yes, and it is frivolous, and at the same time, I don't know for you, I don't want to project on other people, but for me, it does provide a healthy dose of therapy two ways. The first thing is when I have the time, I really have lots of fun. I'm just using this MAC eyeshadow. This is called Mulch, which, funny story. Sorry from jumping in and out of the subject, but hair. Tim Talia said this was an equivalent eyeshadow to 24/7, I think, which is an eyeshadow I love from the Jaclyn Hill palette, Who'da Thunk. I love that shade, and I was looking for something that was the same because I thought it can't be this special, there must be several dupes by now. And this was rated by Tintalia as one of the closest, and it's a nice brown, but it's not it. But anyway, I have it, I'm gonna use it. And so, what was I saying? I digress a lot and then I forget what I was saying. Yes. Therapy. Well, for me, this is therapy in two ways, because on one side, when I have the time and I'm not under pressure to do my videos and I can really dedicate myself to doing them, I take so much pleasure from doing them. So it really is therapeutical to me to sit down, talk about makeup and beauty and stuff, and just do this. I'm an entertainer at heart, so it feels second nature to me when I have the time. It's been a few hectic weeks, so I haven't had lots of time to do that recently. This is my favorite eyeshadow from Colourpop of all time. This is a little quirky, and this is just glass shine for your eyes. It's beautiful. I have another one. I bought it before they eliminate it from their collection, because they do that very often. But anyway, it is very therapeutic to me to do these videos when I have the time and I can do things the way I thought they should go out. So for me personally, and very selfishly, it feels good. And at the same time, when I was pretty depressed, I was already doing videos and all of that, but when I was pretty depressed in 2019, it was a pretty bad year for me. One of the things that really kept me not going, but that really grounded me in a way, was watching YouTube videos. There was a time when I couldn't focus and I didn't know what people were talking about, but I always had that voice on the background keeping me company. And then when I started to get better and actually focus and understand what was happening around me, I was really entertained by, beauty videos, cooking videos, sewing videos, whatever. My neck. Please hold. As I was saying, I felt pretty accompanied and entertained and all of that, and I think that if I can give that to one person, I think I mentioned this when the pandemic broke out, and it's the same feeling. If I can entertain someone and distract someone from their small or big problems, it's worth it, and because this provided some escapism and entertainment for me, I don't think I would be the only person looking to YouTube and other platforms for distraction. That's what we all do. Although, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm a bit more focused on the current problems right now than on beauty. My feed is still pictures of pretty things and nice things, but my stories are all over the place. This is, what's your name? Roller Lash by Benefit, a oldie but a goodie. And on my face, the powder that I use, in case you're wondering, is the Makeup Forever HD transparent one. I'm really curious about the new Makeup Forever foundation. And side note from these current affairs, yesterday I was umming and ahhing about the Natasha Denona new pastel eyeshadow palette, which I'm really, really interested in, and because of umming and ahhing, it's sold out, and I'm pissed. Anyway, when one tries to be, a thoughtful person that doesn't rush into things sell out. That's not fair. But anyway, I did a brow lift, by the by. So all I have to do now is try to comb them a bit more into place. It's been a couple of weeks, so they're starting to feel very confused. but it's still fun to just brush them up, and they kind of hold their ground without any help. It's fun. Highly recommend. Anyway, but yeah, let's do the cheeks. Let's do something I can't use during the week because masks, which is my Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. I love this colour, the lightest colour. It's called Do It, no, the palette's called Do It Undercover. This colour is called Hush Hush, and I love it. I don't know if it will show on camera, but here we go. I'm just taking a little bit with my spatula, and just pat it on my cheeks, and this has a beautiful gloss, but it sticks to your face. It's so nice. And it lasts a long time, even though because it's a creamy kind of texture, it does transfer to the mask. It sticks to the skin. It doesn't kind of disappear and fade from the first rub on the mask, which is really good. But still, I'm going for things a bit more matte or dry feeling in a way during weeks where I have to wear the mask for many hours, because I hate taking off the mask and just transferring everything onto the mask. I feel so frustrated. But yeah, it's a beautiful, very subtle colour. It looks gorgeous. It's pretty dewy. It's long lasting, which is surprising for a cream. And I'm so happy. I just wish she would do this in separate. She would sell the individual shades. So I understand this is for makeup artists, but yeah, my selfish heart would be very, very pleased. But anyway, I've been away just because I've been having lots of work, and I can't juggle everything. There aren't enough hours in the week, and I need daylight. Although today's raining, so there it goes. But yeah, I haven't been able to film. I'm intensifying the outer corner. This is Natasha Denona's Star palette, the Mini Star, and I'm using the darkest brown, which is called something I can't read because my eyes, Earth, I think. Because my eyes are not the best, but yeah. Yes. So, terrible things are happening. I feel really powerless, really anxious about everything, and yeah, it's really weird to keep on with life as usual when the first shockwave hits us, because things keep on happening and then we carry on. So in a sense, in order to cope, we need to get used to stuff, which is super selfish, but it's a self-preservation mechanism that we have. I don't know. There is only so much stimulus or negative stimulus that we can that we can handle, and before we just blow up, figuratively. And yeah, the first shockwave has come, and it hasn't gone for this specific situation. And the thing that really pisses me off the most regarding this issue is, that refugees from other countries are being blocked. Refugees of different colours but with the same origin are being blocked into Europe, and I can't wrap my head around it. Yeah, Kaleidos. I've been trying these, are the clay thingies. This one is mahogany. I've been really liking these. And yes, you can be, I think, you can be worried like crap and still trying to have a few senses of normalcy to your day, just to be able to cope, if you know what I mean. That's kind of how I've been living. I've been really anxious about everything, not being able to do much about anything except carrying on. And it's really confusing, but there's no simple solution, to be honest. There's no, oh, you do this and everything falls into place, or doing this is the right thing and doing that is the wrong thing. Invading countries is wrong, hating people is wrong, being violent, abusive, selfish is wrong. Everything else is kind of, well, this is what we have to deal with. I'm gonna spray my face, I'm gonna finish this video. This is MacFix Plus. I hate whataboutism. The fact is, many things were already really bad and wrong in the world, and this is for sure another pewter drop in the cesspool of desperation and human lows. Let's say that. It's terrible to watch and know that we are only dipping our toes in the ripple effects, and it can only be indescribable to live it. It's not something that I can talk about. But right now it feels like our hearts can break indefinitely, and at the same time it feels like they can't take even one more sigh, you know? I don't know, maybe it's just me. So for me, I'm kind of coming to terms with my impotence and my anxiety and my anger, which I'm very angry, and I realize that saying yes but what about this, yes but what about that, it's trying to take value or weight from some things to give to others. For me, the most balanced approach, I'd say, is kind of a yes and approach. Yes, this is happening, and that is happening, and that is happening, and it's a huge, almost infinite list of bad things, but that's how it is, and that's how life is. And I don't want to take from one thing to the other. I just have to acknowledge that all these things are happening, that I am powerless for most of them. I can still be aware of those things. I hope this makes sense. It is absolutely normal, though, to feel completely overwhelmed with all that is happening. It's a shockwave of something new that we're powerless to stop, and we don't even know at this time the true consequences and how it will develop further. The fact that everything is deeply confusing within this subject, and there are no absolute truths, there is no absolute right and wrong, and it's so complicated to join this with other things that maybe we weren't paying enough attention. It's just the muddy waters of war, you know, and you can't see inside. You just can't. And pretending that you know what's happening is completely valid, but it just, unless you're in your comfortable bunker screaming orders, you don't know what's happening. Basically, unless you're a very powerful figure in this, you don't know what's happening, sadly, or if you're directly in there, suffering the consequences of the screaming person in the bunker, if you know what I mean. It's an endless widespread of suffering and grief and waste of lives and time and focus on things that really could do better for everybody, and it's a crippling anticipation of things to come, as I said, both that are happening right now and others that are still to come, which is super confusing, and also at the same time constantly realizing we are dealing with these situations through our biases, and realizing our never-ending list of blind spots of things we didn't know and now we know, things we thought we knew and they're wrong, things that we knew all along, but and our personal failures and our impotence, and at once feeling, at least I do, responsible and powerless. I didn't do anything for this to happen, as far as I know. At the same time, I feel like I should be doing something, and at the same time, there's nothing I can do to actually stop this. We want to log off to stay sane, and we feel bad if we do, or if we have some moments of normalcy, because privilege of not being in the heat of what's happening right now. And again, with a full notion, at least trying to have, not a full notion, but trying to have a grasp of what has been happening in the world, in other countries, that we've been kind of not fully aware, or that we've been shrugging off, or that we've been wronging. We've been in the wrong with that also, and it's all too much. At the same time, it is happening. So what do we do about this? I don't know. It's just all the feelings and all the thoughts that I have right now. I'm dumping them here on this video, and it's all yes and. Does it make sense? Am I kind of losing it? I don't know. Anyway, I've been rambling for too long. I'll cut this video a bit more, but oh, too long with this thingy on. That's what we get. But I hope you can take care of yourself. I hope you do whatever you can to stay sane in all ways possible, both by helping and by being involved and by informing yourself and by removing yourself from the situation when it gets too much to handle. I don't know, who am I to tell you how to live your life? Yeah, just take care. I'll be here trying to bring some sort of normalcy through these videos whenever possible, because my life, as I said, is complicated. If I can help one person, I'll be pretty happy. So yeah, saying subscribe and all that stuff and thumbs up down below doesn't sound right to me, so I'm just gonna finish with the usual thank you for spending your precious time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. And that's it. Bye!